Hey everybody, Joy here, and Lucy there. I've been trying so hard to make you all a video about the Fit Nice dress fashion show coming up July 30th. I'm not an affiliate, I'm not anything. It's just, I love Fit Nice because it's so simple. Fit Nice. And a lot of you are new seamstresses, new followers. Did you see Fit Nice system down there at the bottom? That's Judy and her daughter, and I don't know who the other girl is. But her system is super easy if you are a beginning, I hate that name, sewist, but you know, sewer, S-E-W-E-R, spelled like sewer. So I guess some people don't like to be called a sewer, so they made up the word sewist. So you saw me wearing my unfinished dress number 1. Let me find dress number 1. Hold on a second. So Judy Kessinger is having this online presentation class. I'm not sure what she calls them. You can go to Fit Nice System and look up teaching or training or whatever. But it's July 30th, I know that for sure, and it's $15. And she's going to model a whole bunch of dresses they made out of the master top pattern. The pattern's only for a top, but you can make jackets and tops and dresses and skirts and blouses and everything in the world from it. Like Sure Fit Designs, but it's a lot easier than Sure Fit Designs because it doesn't have any darts in it. Now you know me, if you do know me, from watching my videos, you know I'm going to have a dart, period. I'm going to have a dart. Somewhere there's going to be a dart because my body doesn't look good. And when you're doing a dolman sleeve, you always get all this extra right here. And you'll see it on this one. You can even see it on Lucy. You get these extra wrinkles here. But when you put the FBA in it, which is released into the bottom, you get less of it. You get a lot less of it. And if you saw me wearing this one the other day, one of you said, that pattern, you can't even really tell it's a stripe, and I know. But, you know, all I have to deal with here is my stash. And this was the first stripe I found. So you saw me try this on the other day. It's not finished, the neck isn't done, sleeves aren't hemmed, bottom isn't hemmed. So I can't believe I even wore it like that in my video. I thought, I hope they don't think that dress was finished. It looks so bad. So this is number 1. Then several of you, lots of you, I'm still getting comments. I love that top you were wearing. I love that top you were wearing. And it was from a video I did last week, or was it the week before now? The weeks go by so fast. I think it was last week. And I had the top like this on in the green and the black and the white stripes. And it was from, so the top I was wearing that everybody liked so much was in this fabric right here. And you can see I've made it 3 times. So I decided to try to make this style with Judy Kessinger's system, since she's talking about making dresses from the Fit Nice system. So that's what this is all about, okay? So this was the first one where I took the pattern and I just made a yoke at the top, on the front and on the back. Then this is number 2. And you can see that I've got the angles in here now. And I found a better stripe, but it has roses on it. And I thought, oh yay, roses. I love roses. And I can't seem to grow real ones. I can grow them for a couple of years, but like now the heat is so bad, both of my rose bushes have just curled up. Oh, it is so hot outside. So this is my second one. I don't buy stripes a lot because a lot of times the stripes go this way and I don't need anything going that way around. So I just don't buy stripes a lot. But I bought this one obviously because it has the roses on it. I'm only going to make these 2 and I'm actually going to finish them. I'm sure you're glad about that. And then I'll show them to Judy. Look what I did in my dresses with your pattern. I started to tell you I have made several clips showing you how to make this. And I'll include them here. If you're not interested, just turn me off and don't even watch, because I made several clips showing you how I did this style, okay? But I kept getting interrupted for a very good reason. We have been advertising our Ventana LE, the second RV that we bought. It's been for sale for the last couple months, I guess. And we've been praying that just the right couple that God wanted to have it would find it and would buy it. And so this couple actually contacted us through whatever this place is. Jerry advertises it. And Jerry emailed them through that place. I think it's called RV Trader. And they didn't get the email. And so they contacted us again. And Jerry's like, oh my gosh, Joy, they never did get that email I sent them. So Jerry sent them the email again. Well, they said that they absolutely loved the coach. And they wanted to come down here clear from Kansas. Clear from Kansas. They wanted to come down here to see it. And so they were very interested in it. And it's a good thing they did, because we've got several people who want to come see it now. And it's too late. It's gone. But they got it just in time. They came down all the way from Kansas. Of course, we had it over in the barn, and it was all clean. And, you know, we keep our stuff clean. So they looked at it, and they just fell in love with it, like we did when we first saw it. I mean, it's so new. You know, used coaches, if the people take care of them, are way better than new ones. Number one, they're a whole lot cheaper. Number two, everything wrong with them has been fixed under warranty, because they're warranted for 1 year. And there's always something wrong with them. The man that sells them down there in Louisville, where we go all the time, the owner, we were talking to him. He owns all of the locations. I mean, he's as high as you can get. And he told us when you buy a new coach, it takes 8 months to get all the bugs out of it. So, when you can find a used one that has all of the bugs out of it, you have found a jewel. And these people realize that. So, they bought it, but on the video that I deleted the other day where I was complaining about the service, they weren't able to find an air conditioner, so Jerry ordered the air conditioner himself. It's going to be delivered here today, and so tomorrow we head back down there again. We'll be there all day Thursday for them to put the new air conditioner in, and then we're going to come back home, put it back in the barn, and these people are going to come pick it up and take it away next week or the week after. So, but the best thing about it was their names are Bruce and Beth. And they are the nicest people. About our age, I guess. I don't know, maybe younger. Nicest people. Had 2 dogs. And I'm usually not into other people's pets. But I love golden retrievers. And, you know, my daughter has golden retrievers. And they breed golden doodles. And she had these 2 golden retrievers. They did. And they were just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Long, soft, silky hair, and well-behaved. How do people get dogs that are well-behaved? I don't know. Our dogs are always spoiled, rotten brats. But anyway, we put the dogs in the backyard, and they went for a drive and in the RV. And so they decided that they would buy it. So anyway, because of that, I wasn't able to really do a video, you know, because they came and then we visited with them and then they went for the ride and then we talked, and so I just wasn't able to get my video done right. So this is going to be a disaster. I'm going to put some clips in just in case you're interested in, because so many people like this style. So if you're interested on how I took the plain, very plain, 1 front, 1 back pattern and turned it into this, I'll put some clips right here. Hey everybody, Joy here. It's Sunday, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. And I'm still playing with the dresses. Thank you for your comments from yesterday. Thank you so much. I appreciate them more than I can say. Thank you very much. And so my black dress I showed you yesterday. I can't believe I even wore that and then did the video with it, because it wasn't done. The neck isn't done, the sleeves aren't done, the hem isn't done. So I'm going to finish that, but I wanted to do it again because, you know, the whole idea was I wanted to do the Judy Kessinger style dress that she's going to have the fashion show on July 30th. I probably didn't explain that very good. What she's going to do is she's going to show a whole bunch of dresses that she made from her very simple top pattern. It's a top pattern. It's her only pattern. And she's going to have a fashion show of all these different dresses. I don't remember how many she said. A bunch. And then she's going to have us vote for the 3 that we like the best. And as the people are modeling them, I'm going to take a picture of each one because the video only plays 1 time. And then we get to choose the 3 we like the best, and whichever 3 win from all the people watching, I've got so much paper on the floor. Whichever 3 win, then she will give us the free pattern for those. So fun, 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 fun to me. I don't know if it's fun to you or not. So I'm wanting to copy the blouse that you all liked so much. Hot Patterns, $11.89. I understand one of you went there and spent $140-something. Oh my, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I had was contagious, but it obviously is. So the blouse that I had on a couple videos back that y'all liked so much had stripes, but it was a very interesting stripe. It was all different kinds of stripes, and when I flipped them all around, it turned out really good. So I've been looking. The one I got yesterday wasn't a very good stripe, so I found this one, and this isn't a very good stripe either. I don't even know if it's gonna, you know, like go that way and go that way. It might, and then go that way. We'll see, but isn't this wild? It is a wild child. This one's kind of a sweater knit feeling thing. These will be dresses I'll probably never wear. I don't ever wear dresses. But maybe in the fall, maybe when we go visit our church in San Antonio. You never know. You never know. So I wanted to show you how I changed the pattern. Let me show you what I'm copying first. Here's what I'm copying. See the black and white stripe right there? See how that's a very stripy stripe, and my stripe isn't a very stripy stripe. And this is Hot Patterns, $11.89. And I made that blouse in 2020. So this is what I'm trying to copy. So I'm going to show you what I did to my pattern. Number 1, the neckline is lower. Then it has 2 pieces that are diagonal in the opposite directions, and then the straight part on the bottom. Now, the bottom of mine is probably going to go straight up and down, because I don't need anything emphasizing my belly. It's emphasized enough as it is, much to my dismay. You don't know how hard I am trying to lose his belly. Jerry's so sweet, he keeps saying, "Oh honey, you look so much better. It's really working." And I take the measuring tape and I think, my goodness, love is blind, isn't it? So this is the one I did yesterday. You saw, all I did was I cut the top of the pattern off. And so I made the top go horizontal and the bottom go vertical. So this is the one I made yesterday. That's still not done. This is even sheer, you know it? I can see right through it. But you know, when you sew these up, they aren't sheer. So this one's not done. So today, what I did was I traced a new copy of the pattern. You can find this stuff in my Amazon store. It's called Pattern Ease. And what is really nice about this Pattern Ease is it isn't this wide, it's double that wide. Double that wide. I'll show you if I can open it. See? It's double that wide. So you can trace any pattern on the fold on this very easily. So I traced a new pattern on the fold. That's yesterday's pattern. Here it is. Remember I told you have to have a whole front? So here's my whole front. Same dress as yesterday. I lowered the neck to match the one I'm copying, and you can see how I drew the angles. So this, let me see, how can I show you this? Let me pin it on. How y'all doing today? We are doing good. The heat is just unbelievable here, but oh, thank God for air conditioning. So wonderful to come into the air conditioning. Okay, so what I do, you can see the purple stripe I drew from up here on the shoulder all the way down here through the waist. And so this part that's going to be the stripes is going to go over my bust. It's not going to be above it, it's going to be below it. And then this one here in the green, see the green line here and then the green dashes here, that will be another pattern piece. So this is a pattern piece and this is a pattern piece up here, and then the bottom is down here. It's just going to have a big point at the top of it and then be straight down. I'm not doing anything different to the back except correcting the shoulders. So I probably don't have to draw a new back, just correct the shoulders on it. So that's going to be the copy of the Hot Patterns 1189. You want to see if I can do it? I may go look through my fabric a little more because this really isn't a very good stripe, although I like these odd stripes. I'll have to go look in the mirror and see. See, play like it's straight, that part's straight, and then this part's on an angle, and this part's on an angle. I don't know, it might work. I'll have to go look in the mirror. This is a very, very heavy drape though, and I don't really like these kind of fabrics because I'm telling you, if you've got a bump or a lump anywhere, it just hangs off of it, and I don't like that feeling. So I think I'm going to go look for another knit, and I started to tell you about my flag yesterday too, about my flag quilt that you saw a couple days ago. I wanted to tell you it's not done. I've sewn around all the America letters, but I've got to sew around all the God bless letters, and then I'll show you a picture right here. Did you see that? It's not ironed on yet. It's still got the plastic on it, and I have to make several more, but it's going to have fireworks on it. Huh? How about that? I've got more projects going here. Good heavens. I'm glad I'm going to be home all week long. I'll be back. Can you tell? Something's changed. From that last clip to this clip, 24 hours has gone by. So did I show you what I'm doing here? This is the blouse you all like so much, only this is not the pattern. This is my Fit Nice pattern. Dolman sleeve Fit Nice system. And so I just looked at the envelope and the picture, and I decided how to draw the lines. And so then I found this fabric, see? I hope the stripes show up real good. This is really a stripe, so it's going to go like this here, although in the picture she has it going this way. But you know, I can't have anything horizontal on my belly. So I'll be going up and down here, and diagonal there, and diagonal here. See? So I'm going to cut it out and put it together. So I think this is going to be cuter than that black dress, although the black dress is fine. But let's see how this one turns out. I'm going to do an up close so you can see what I'm copying. That's the blouse I had on last week in the RV that everybody was so impressed with, thought was pretty, wanted to know the pattern. Whatever wording you'd like to use, fill it in. So here is my, now this one is also a dolman. So here's my dolman Fit Nice, and there you can see, I think I'm holding the camera way up in the air. I think you can see my lines. So what I have to do now is cut on this line, and then I have to cut on this line. And so then you have to have seam allowances. Seam allowance all the way on that one. This is kind of tricky right here. What you're going to do is you're going to sew this piece to this piece. Then you're going to sew this unit to the top. But anytime you chop something up now, you got to add seam allowances. So I will do that. I'll be back. The most difficult part of making your own pattern design, in my opinion, is figuring out which way to cut these ends. See, I added a half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch, all the way. But then you have to add the ends. And see, that one came out to a point. This end came out to a straight angle. This piece here goes in and out. And that piece is straight, and that piece is straight. And the point is still the point. But you're probably wondering how you figure out how to make the ends. What I do is I play like I'm sewing it together. Okay, this is before I've cut the ends of my half inch seam allowance. And I match it up, and then I pin it where I would be sewing it, and then I fold it like I'm all done sewing it, and I'm opening it up. And then, whatever the edge does over here, I cut it the way it's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be straight, if it's supposed to be an angle, you understand? See here? When I first cut this went straight out like this when I first cut it. It had this big point here. But when I played like I sewed it together, this is hard to do when you've got a camera in your hands. When I played like I sewed it together, see, it went like that. And I'm not folding it on the exact line, but you get the idea. So that's what you do. And you always, if you want to get this piece right here, it goes in first and it sews to this. You see the single notch, single notch, single notch, they'll just be little clips. So this sews to this, so I made it match up. Then once those two pieces are sewn together, they're going to go to this piece up here. And so then these double notches go to the double notches. See? If you just think about it, you can do it. It is so much fun to invent your own pattern, even though this is a copy of a pattern, but I'm still sort of inventing it because I'm using a different pattern system, and we'll just see how it turns out. Okay? But I wanted to show you that because that part's real tricky. And see how I drew my diagonal? I drew my straight of grain first. How did I know my straight of grain? I lined it up with center front. Center front is always straight. Then I put the diagonal line which way the stripes are going to go. So see this one over here? This one isn't right though. This one, the diagonal line should go that way. You see, I got that one wrong. I don't want these diagonal lines to go the same way. I must have had it upside down. So I need to draw a new arrow going that way, because I want these stripes to go that way, these stripes to go that way, and these stripes to go up and down. So check your work. That is a proper 45-degree angle, but I want that to aim the way I want to cut the stripes out. Okay? It's fun, it's fun. If you screw it up, just do another one. That's what I do. Just going to show you how I fixed the pink arrow going the wrong way. I took some correction tape and whited out the wrong one, and I drew in the right one. They're both correct, but I wanted my diagonal line to go the way I want the stripes to go. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But both were 45 degrees. See, that one goes that way, that one goes that way, this one goes straight up and down. I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I probably won't be doing anything other than maybe finishing this dress and the other dress, because this afternoon I've got to pack the Bentana that I call Tana Lee that they purchased. I've got to pack it for a trip. You know, put food in the refrigerator that's now empty, put my makeup back in there, put a few clothes back in there, and get ready to leave here tomorrow afternoon to go down to Dallas. I'll be back as soon as I get back up in the sewing room and I do something I think someone might care about. But until then, y'all have a fabulous, wonderful, marvelous life, and I'll see you later.